month alone, I have lost 8 pounds just based off of Hello Daily Student family, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing good, and if you're new here, hello, my name's Kimberley and I hope you subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time that I upload, and give this video a massive thumbs up to be a part of my weight loss journey channel. Now, as you guys can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys 10 daily weight loss habits to adopt in order to achieve a successful weight loss. As you guys know, I always talk about this channel that a weight loss journey isn't just about calorie deficit, calorie deficit, calorie deficit. That makes it very long and boring. However, it's a lifestyle that you're trying to put yourself into your dream body lifestyle, and these little things that you do every single day actually add up to the bigger picture and make it 10 times easier. So this is 10 ways to lose weight much easier. Or I always normally do this at the end of the video, but I'm going to do it at the beginning today. And if you guys want to come over and follow me on Instagram, my personal Instagram page and my inspirational fitness page on Instagram, where I try to post every single day on there, and you get a deeper insight of the behind the scenes of my life and be a part of my actual life. I chat to so many of you guys on there, and we've just created like this whole little family. So if you guys want to come over and follow me on that, I would love to have you. Number one is to drink water. Now, this is one of my favourite tips that I've ever mentioned, and that is because your stomach is actually your fist size. When you're going to have a meal, the hungrier that you are, the more you're going to want to fill that entire stomach with food. However, when you're drinking water, you're filling your stomach either halfway or a quarter of the way, meaning that more of your stomach feels replenished and full before you've even gone to the fridge, meaning that you're going to be less likely to indulge in so much food, whether it's breakfast, dinner or lunch. So ensuring that you're drinking water will allow your stomach to have a fuller feeling when you go to choosing your food. It brings back to portion sizing as well. Tip number two ties into tip number one, and that is portion sizing. When you're going to eat your food, a lot of the time we will have a plethora or a selection of healthier foods, whether it's sweet potatoes, chicken, all sorts of things. Don't worry, I'm not trying to make you hungry. Portion sizing is so important to weight loss. The bigger your plate, the more you're going to want to fill your plate. But actually, one of the things that I do is I buy medium size or small plates, which I use for breakfast, dinner and lunch, meaning that when I fill my plate and it's a small plate, I have less food on there, and my brain thinks I'm having a full massive plate of food, even though I'm actually controlling it based on the size of the plate. Number three is actually going to bed early and waking up, having a substantial sleep between 7 to 8 hours. Now, I used to always think, what does sleep have to do with weight loss? Now, you've probably heard me talk about stress being a catalyst of weight loss in one of my previous videos, which I will put in an iCard here. Now, the reason for this is when your body is asleep, that is when the cells are rejuvenating. So your fat burning cells, your digestive cells, your metabolic cells, all of those things actually rejuvenate overnight. If you're having 2 hours of sleep, your body is going to be 10 times less replenished and doing worse work than it would do had you had a substantial amount of sleep. So catering in that, making sure you're having a good sleep, you're watering yourself, so you're making sure your cells are regaining that strength, and find yourself in a weight loss plateau. Sometimes that is one of the reasons, because your cells aren't rejuvenated or haven't been rejuvenated because in the last 2 weeks you've gone to bed at 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, number four, I think this is number four. I'm going to lose count, but the next one is, a lot of the time you'll hear people say if you have an office job or if you're sat down a lot of the time of the day, it's really, really important to try and get 10 minutes of walking every hour, at least a large substantial amount of walking. Now, at the moment, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you know I've been updating you that I walk 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day and sometimes 20,000 steps a day. Now, walking is so important because in this last month alone, I have lost 8 pounds just based off of walking 10,000 steps a day. I haven't changed the way I eat. My eating is absolutely the exact same as I eat normally. I've just been walking 10,000 steps a day, smashed through my weight loss plateau and gone down by 8 pounds. People don't realise the value in walking and how much walking can really, really change the whole game for you. And especially if you're at the beginning of your weight loss journey, you would be actually losing a lot more than I do because I'm nearing the end. So obviously my weight loss is going to be a lot slower now. But someone who had done that at the very beginning of their weight loss journey would have lost way more weight than me. So knowing the value of walking, parking your car at the really, really far back of the car park when you're going to a supermarket, using the stairs option, all these little things throughout the day are going to add up to 10,000 steps. Walking to the shops, that's 10 minutes away rather than driving. All these things are going to make a huge difference on your weight loss, and I'm going to be making a video very soon as to why the 10,000 steps is so important. Now, tip number 5 is one of my favourites, and you guys are probably going to like it as well. So on the days that I'm not intermittent fasting, on my very normal non-intermittent fasting days, I will actually have pre-snack meals. So but right before breakfast, I'll wake up at 7 a.m, between 7 a.m. and 7:30, where I'll actually have a small plate of food. And that is because I've been sleeping for the last 7, 8, 9 hours, and my stomach's probably so hungry by the time I wake up. To avoid splurging on a massive breakfast meal because I'm feeding that instant hunger that I'm feeling, it doesn't actually exist, but my mind is telling me you're so hungry, I will have a small plate of food an hour before my actual main breakfast to allow my insulin levels to level, to allow my hunger to level. And I'll even do this before lunchtime. I might have a pre-lunch meal an hour before lunch or half an hour before lunch, and then a pre-dinner meal an hour or half an hour before dinner. It just allows me to really know that my main meals are portion controlled because I've tackled that huge hunger that I've been feeling before my meal, and it's all leveled by the time I then go and select my meal. Tip number 6, and you guys all know I talk a lot about macros being 10 times better than calories. If you have a 300 calorie slice of cake, it will be the exact same as having 300 calories of healthy food. However, you know that the fat and the sugar in that cake has a very different effect on your body than 300 calories of healthy food. So with that in mind, when we're talking about macros, protein should be added with every single meal. Protein is one of the fat burning foods that will drive your body into a heavenness of a weight loss. And when you add the protein to your meal, not only is protein one of the foods that actually aids in keeping yourself full, slow carbs and protein really allow the body to keep itself full. Tip number 7 is to stop picking at food. Now, it's so easy that every time I walk past the kitchen, I'll go in there and have a slice of ham, slice of this, slice of that, slice of whatever's out on the counter, whatever's in the fridge. It's such a habit. It's a very big habit that we all adopt at one point in our lives. But actually picking, it's not a habit that we should have forever, because every time you pick, say you're picking 50 calories each time, which a lot of the time it's not. A lot of the time we're actually picking more than 50 calories over 6 times of the day, and a lot of the time again it's going to be more than 6 times. That means by the end of the day you've already picked a minimum of 300 calories. As picking, for some reason we don't register it in our mind. We think, oh, because it was just a pinch of this, surely that doesn't add up. Oh it does. Now, if you're a fan of watching TV and movies, I wanted to add this one because sometimes when I get time, which is almost never, to actually even sit down and watch a movie, because I'm always having to do university work or edit videos, do something for my 9 to 5. I just wish I had time to sit down and watch movies. But if you do, this is one of the things that I used to be able to add into my day-to-day. When I'm watching a movie, sometimes I'll sit there and balance weights on my hands like this and go for as long as I can. In that half an hour, you could easily burn 250 calories to 400 calories just by putting weights in each hand and going like this for as long as you can. If it hurts, rest your arms and carry on again. Small things like that while you're stationary make a biggest difference. I used to always talk about if you're in a 9 to 5 office job, depending on how comfortable you are, you can actually buy these steppers that you put under the desk and you're pedaling as if you're on a bike, and they're actually about this big, but you're keeping your feet moving. Oh my gosh, if you were doing that every single day, all day long, you're gonna be burning over 500 calories within the first 2 hours. And just adding things like that, and it's amazing if your office will not laugh at you for doing that, but it makes the biggest difference. And at the end of the day, you're winning. You're on your way to your dream body, and once you've got there, they're gonna be asking you what you did. Tip number 9, I believe this is. Tip number 9 is feel empowered saying no. So if someone has chocolate, sweets, cake, something like that, although it's very good to have treats, trust me, it's good for your mind to feel like it's not restricted and to allow yourself to still feel like you're in control. Because if you have a chocolate cake, if you say yes to it and know that you're going to bounce back tomorrow, you have just taken control. Even saying yes sometimes proves that you're in control. Saying no to food, but also telling you in that moment that you're saying no, tell yourself why. Remember that image of yourself in your dream body and connecting that every time you say no, because that allows your no to feel empowered just the way you allow your yes to feel so empowered by imagining yourself being very replenished by a sugary sweet. Allow your mind to constantly, every time, be connected with the thought of your beautiful dream body every time you say no, to change the whole visionary of the word no for yourself. Last but not least, incorporate 3 minimum workouts a week. If you've gone from someone who's being very stationary, 3 workouts, which doesn't sound like a lot for some people, and for some people will sound like a lot, because 3 is so important because A, it allows you to begin to try and fit that into your schedule. I'm sure a lot of you will have busy schedules. Commitment. Committing to 3 to begin with rather than committing to 50 a week, it's going to be so much more easier to then build up later on. Now friends, I hope you have enjoyed that video. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time I upload my weight loss tips videos, and subscribe to my weight loss journey channel. And don't forget, if you want to come over and follow me on Instagram, I have an inspirational fitness page on Instagram where I upload there and you get a deeper insight of my day-to-day life, and also my personal Instagram page if you want to come over and follow that. And don't forget, if you want to shout out, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram, give this video a massive thumbs up, turn your post notifications on so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye friends!